There's nothing quite like the great outdoors for making memories. Even in the harsh winter months, the beauty of the landscape seems to pierce the heart and bring about a sense of peace and joy.
Again?
We're camped out by a river in our tiny cabin, and together we're hitting the trail, learning some new things, and just enjoying being together. So grab yourself a drink and cozy up by the fire, because this is Tiny Cabin Life. We're in the Rum River State Forest of central Minnesota on the way to one of our favorite spots to go camping. The site that we're headed to is perched right up alongside the banks of the Groundhouse River. It's a small tributary of the Snake River, which pours into the St. Croix, which then pours into the Mississippi, making its way all the way down into the ocean. And then surrounding our camp are rolling hills of hardwood deciduous trees, and there's even a large beaver pond, which is just teeming with life. I brought my daughter Olivia along on this one, and I could not be happier to have her with me.
Dad.
She just brings so much joy and curiosity to these adventures, and it's such a breath of fresh air.
A cabin.
Yeah, we're out in the cabin.
Open.
Okay, you want to go in the cabin? You want me to open it? Okay. Olivia, should I get some heat going?
Heat.
Heat. Okay, sounds good.
A sauce. Wow!
That's right. Look at that thing go, huh?
Yeah, I love flowers.
Flowers or fire?
I love flowers. Oh, fun! It's fun. Pesos. It's done. Oh.
Well, guys, now that we got the fire going, we're in chill mode. We're going to let this place heat up a little bit, and then I think we might go outside and do a little bit of sledding. You want to go sledding?
Yeah.
So.
Before heading out to go sledding, I wanted to make sure we had enough firewood to keep this place warm for a while. I picked up a couple of bundles of wood on our way here. All I need to do is cut it down to fit inside the stove and maybe split it up a little bit.
All we want to do is we want to hit it like this. Watch this, sweetie. See that?
Try.
No, you're too young to try. But one day, you'll be able to try. See that?
Okay.
Okay, I'll do it again.
Oh, you got it.
I got it!
You got it. The wood. Wood.
That's right, it's wood, and this is what's heating our cabin so we stay warm.
Okay. This is good.
You guys, these are the moments that are so special, like getting to teach her about this, seeing her enthusiasm. I just love it.
I don't need firewoods.
No, you can't try it yet when you're a little older. When you're a little older, but
I can try Daddy.
no, you can't try yet, sweetie. But do you want to go sledding?
Honey.
Okay, we'll go sledding.
I grabbed the sled, loaded up Olivia, and we headed towards the only real good sledding hill that I know of in this area.
So we're gonna try to do some sledding here. I do know that there's a hill over here, but now that I'm looking at it, it seems like it gets a lot of sunlight and may not have any snow. So we'll find out very shortly. Ooh, okay, so if we look up here, I think we might be able to get going on this. This is the saddest sledding adventure ever, but you know, we can get moving. That's all that matters, right? You think we're gonna get some speed?
Nah.
Yeah, I do too.
Me too.
All right, we're in. You ready? Yeah! Good girl, Ellie. I gotta say, this worked out a lot better than I thought it would. Snow's actually moving pretty fast. One, two. Oh, here comes the rock. Whoa. Let's go again.
Okay, Ali. Okay, Ali.
You want to play with Ellie?
Okay, Ali.
Well, this means it's time for some speed, guys. Got to do this fast. Woohoo! Oh, we're getting off track. Whoa! Whoa!
Okay, Ali.
You want to play with Ellie?
Okay.
All right, well, I think we should probably play with Ellie back at the cabin because it's lunchtime.
Again, Ali, clouds.
Yeah, there's some clouds up there. All right, well, we're gonna have some lunch. I'm making just some nice and simple spaghetti. Literally just pasta, pasta sauce, and maybe a little cheese. Very simple.
I'm in the Lord's I'm Lord sorry. I'm in the Lord's sorry.
All right, kiddo, you ready to eat? Dear Lord, thank you for this time together, this special time. Help us to be safe today and have a lot of fun. Amen. Just your standard pasta, but not too bad. Let's see how it is.
We did that.
Nice dinosaur. Want a banana? Meow, 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 bleh. You are invited to Porcupine's party. Party, said Jim.
And they headed off to Porcupine's party. The end!
Again.
Again. Okay. All right, guys, real quick before we continue the adventure, I want to tell you about this week's video sponsor, Vantrue. But to do so, we got to head over to the truck real quick. So something that I realized that I needed recently was a dash cam. And that's because every now and then these random occurrences will happen where people will either cut me off and I have to slam on the brakes, or they'll get too close to the cabin behind me. And I wanted to make sure that I was protected in case something should happen. And so that's why I ended up snagging the Vantrue E360. Not only is this thing a dash cam, but it's a 360-degree camera dash cam. So what that means is not only is it filming what's going on in front of us, but it's filming everything. But even on top of that, it comes with a rear-facing camera that plugs into the main unit up here to make sure that you've got a dedicated camera at the back of your vehicle. The value of this thing goes beyond just recording accidents or things like that. What I love is that it not only will record my speed, but it also is tapped into GPS. So let's say I'm scrubbing through my footage and I see something that's really cool, I can go look at where that is and be able to pinpoint it on a map to maybe go back and check it out. Also, if you find yourself in a beautiful destination that you want to capture, you can take the E360 off of your dash and put it on this monopod, essentially turning it into a 360 action cam. And they also provide this little tabletop tripod, which I think is really cool. So if any of you are looking for a dash cam, I definitely recommend checking out the Vantrue E360. It's just a very multifunctional device that will do what you need it to do and more. I've got a link in the description of this video, so if you're interested, go check it out. Well, the sun was definitely starting to get low, and I knew that if we were going to go for a hike, we were going to have to go now. And my hope was that maybe we'd be able to find a new trail to hike this time. All right, so we're gonna go for a little walk before we come back and have a fire. And I've never gone up this hunter's trail before, so might as well see where it leads. Thankfully, hunting season is over. There's no one out here hunting, so we're good to go. Olivia, what do you think of all the trees? You like the trees?
No.
Yeah, me too. They're beautiful.
Ew.
So you guys, it looks like this trail has taken us over to the lake or beaver pond, however you want to classify it. Oh, that's beautiful. I think we should go out there and check it out. Olivia, do you see the beaver lodge out there? See the beaver lodge? It's straight ahead of us. That is cool. This is so pretty. We're literally standing on the ice here, and that's pretty awesome because I've looked at this thing a ton of times, and here we are, just smack dab in the middle of it. Very neat. You want to have a fire?
No, fire.
Me too. You got a snowball there? Snowball!
Okay.
Again? Okay. Snowball!
Again.
No, you need a break.
Snowball. Snowballs.
Well, it doesn't really get much better than this.
Fire. No. Fire.
Oh. And you guys, that right there is why I've been getting sick so much. But it's worth it. Mwah. Oh. Love ya.
With what?
All done. Okay, Mickey.
All right, guys, so I'm about to whip up some dinner. I'm going to be making some beef tamales. These are actually from Trader Joe's. They're so good. I've made them before, but I always made them by placing them on the campfire. You're supposed to steam them to do it correctly, but I don't have any way to really do that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to wrap these things up in some aluminum foil again, and we're going to put it in the wood stove and see if we can't cook them that way. Do you think it's going to work? All right, I appreciate the faith. All right, so as you guys can see, I've got the tamales over there on the side of the wood stove. That should work to like essentially bake them, and it probably won't take too long. So we'll see what happens. Oh yeah, these are looking good. The tamales worked out great. They're piping hot. Let's see how they taste. Oh yeah, very, very good. Oh yeah, and don't worry you guys, I fed Olivia off camera. It's just becoming harder and harder to do all of this at once. You know, cook, film, take care of her, take care of Ellie. So I'm having to kind of improvise a bit on this trip.
Again.
No! No!
Well, guys, the little one over here is asleep, and so is Ellie. So I think I'm gonna hit the hay. And what a great day. I'm so just grateful to have Olivia out here with me. I know it was different than some of my more recent videos, a little slower paced maybe. But I appreciate you guys coming along because this is special, and I just love being with my family, so it's good to have her out here. But anyway, with that, it's time to get some shut-eye. See you guys bright and early in the morning. Good night.
Good morning, guys. Ellie is chowing down over there, if you can't tell. We both slept pretty well. One of us better than the other. But that was actually because I just had to keep the fire going. But it's nice and toasty, and it feels good to sleep in a real bed out in the woods again.
Well, I think I'm going to enjoy a little bit of coffee and hang out with this girl. But unfortunately soon, it's going to be time to pack out. right, everybody, that's gonna do it for this video. You know, anytime I'm out here by myself with Olivia, things are just a little bit more hands-on, and so I think for the sake of getting packed out of here and making sure everything's good, I'm gonna wrap things up right now. But thank you guys so much for coming along. It's always special being out in the woods, but it's extra special when I get to spend time with my daughter like this, and so I'm just so grateful, and I cannot wait to do more and more daddy-daughter trips, as well as trips with the whole family in the near future. Now, real quick, I want to let you guys know that we've got some new merch. Check this out. This is a print that my cousin Lacey Stewart did. It is incredible. It's of myself, Ellie. We're sitting by the fire at the A-frame, and I just think it's amazing. So we've got this in the store now. You can get a t-shirt of this, but we have a bunch of other designs coming out as well. Also right now we have a enamel camp cup with the boat cabin, same style, but it's the boat cabin, and I think it's awesome. But there's gonna be more t-shirts, posters, other things with these types of designs, and I'm so proud of my cousin. She did a great job, and I'm just really excited to share them with you. So if you're interested in this shirt specifically, you can check it out. I've got it linked below, and I think you should. It's pretty cool. But with that, it's time for me to get packed up so I can get this girl back home to mommy. We'll see you guys next week. God bless.